Welcome back, Kryptonians, to the Chart Experts continuing coverage of Bitcoin and the crypto charts. I hope you had a fantastic school holiday period. I know it was interesting for our family, and we had some, well, let's just say I've tried stuff which I've not done before. Um, and it was a buzz, really. Okay, so where are we in this market right now? Well, because we are consistent in our analysis, and we've not changed our forecast since March when Bitcoin was at 71k, and we changed our forecast to the selling has started. Okay, the selling has started, and despite all the toing and froing of the market, which is quite typical, really, the market has moved steadily lower. Okay, and this is exactly what we were expecting. We were expecting for the market to move steadily lower, um, because we are always watching what the big players are doing in the market. This is not about patterns, it's not about what you want to see. This is simply about understanding the market in terms of how the whales will play this. Okay, so we are always watching, right, what are the whales, how are they positioned, where did they position, where are they buying, where they're selling. Okay, now we've had to change our previous whales into dolphins because they are now smaller players in the market compared to the ETFs. Okay, now the ETFs we've seen, they got their authorization around January time, and since then the market responded to their buying, presumably by absolutely going ballistic, to 74k roughly, and then we saw the sub 32k buyers taking profits. Okay, so everyone who bought at this level here, all of this area here, we saw them taking profits, and now once they've taken profits, and not really that much profits, let's be honest about it. Now many people look at this and think, okay, this might be a reaccumulation range in terms of Wyckoff analysis. Okay, now I want you to ignore the fact that ETFs are in the market right now, and just think about this in terms of normal volume. Okay, so I'm going to drag this back a little bit, and I just want you to watch this volume level here shrink. Okay, so we're going back, and just look at that. Okay, so prior to 2021, look at the volume. Look at the volume now, when supposedly multi-billionaire funds are now in the market. They are not buying this level, really. Let's be honest about it. Okay, this is not a reaccumulation range in terms of what the ETFs are doing. The ETFs have been buying over the counter. Most likely, I mean, when we look at the market in terms of normal economics and normal business, okay, when you see bigger players enter the market, normally what they do is that they buy everything, right, that is available for cheap, or even, let's just say, what's available, and they also buy the sources of supply, i.e., all the commodities, the manufacturing, and then they want to sell that at a later stage with value add. Okay, so if we're looking at in terms of normal business, and let's transfer that over to Bitcoin, what we would expect to see is for supply to be bought, all supply to be bought, right, at cheap prices, not at 74k. We're talking about supply being bought at cheap prices, and most of these transactions are likely to occur over the counter, okay, OTC, and we also expect the sources of that supply, i.e. the manufacturer, to be bought up by the large players, i.e. most of the miners. Okay, now again, we've seen this in the past in regard to the oil and gas industry. The bigger players with the big money who want to enter the market, who want to dominate the market and in effect create monopolies, they do not want to buy at the higher prices. They want to drive the market price down and then to basically buy everything, including the mines, the oil and gas wells, everything on the cheap, which we saw in historically what the Rockefellers did. Okay, so these are not players who want to play fair. They just want to basically take over the market, and they're not going to be making you rich in the process. Okay, so anyone who thought that this was a reaccumulation range, well, I've explained this in depth on my Patreon channel. This is just wishful thinking. We saw the ETFs enter the market. They had very little accumulation occurring here, which means that they are expecting for their accumulation to occur later on. They are not going to be buying at higher prices. They are going to be waiting, eagerly anticipating for the market to pull back strongly. Okay, so that's what we've seen. That's why we were able to forecast very confidently in March, whilst all the hype and, I mean, the things we see from some of these other so-called experts, it's just it's horrible, really. I mean, I've seen people draw flags here. Okay, flags, really? Is it just a pattern that you like? Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. That can easily lead to a breakdown. I mean, why on earth would you draw a flag at this stage of the market without understanding what the whales are doing? How are the whales positioned in the market? You know, where are their orders? I mean, it's just sad to see really people drawing flags at that stage. It just shows a complete lack of understanding of how markets work. Okay, anyway, rant over. This market is positioned beautifully because what we've seen recently is this. Okay, we saw the market move from there to there. And from there to there. I'm just drawing these levels here, and let's just pretend that's there. Okay, so I'm just going to take those lines and turn them red, and then add some context here. Okay, so what you can see very clearly is the slope of these selling occurring, getting steeper and steeper. Okay, and that's not a coincidence. that is the sellers taking over the market. So whatever happens here, it's possible the market could move up and then down here as well, but really what we're seeing is capitulation of the market, and we would very much expect for this market to undergo a much more sizable move down to at first 45k, okay, but lower still. So the market is positioned beautifully for the ETFs to continue their accumulation of the market. So long term, remember, we are strongly bullish, okay, but we know, having seen the way that the whales have acted so far, that they are looking for lower prices. Therefore, we are waiting for those lower prices. Okay, we need to see that accumulation occur on behalf of the whales, on behalf of these ETFs who have very deep pockets and much more patience than you and I. And we need to see them buy the market, strongly buy the market, and continuously buy the market. Okay, we know that when they start buying the market moves. Okay, so we expect them to patiently accumulate rather than rush in and drive prices to the moon. Okay, so this is a patience game, and we know that these guys are hungry for Bitcoin, and that they want to run stops, continually running stops. Okay, so we expect to see these levels taken out. This level at 49k, 50k, whatever that is, we expect that level to be run. Hence the arrow pointing down below that level. Now these levels here, they come from our methodology, our algorithms, and that's just for our reference really, but we expect for the market to run these stops. Okay, so to establish lows, to bounce at those levels, and then to basically run those stops, allowing the whales to accumulate. Okay, now we're not going to say that there is a level at which that the price will not go below, because no such level exists. Okay, we've seen what happened in the oil market, when the bigger players want to run stops, they will blow everything basically. But what we also saw with the oil market is that because the whales, the ETF buyers, do not want the general public and investors to lose interest in the ETFs, we expect any capitulation in the market, flash crash, whatever you want to call it, we expect that to be short-lived and for the market to bounce back strongly. Okay, so this market is likely to give strong bounces followed by strong sell-offs, followed by strong bounces, followed by strong sell-offs, and we expect to see that continue. This is not something that we want to rush into. We want to see what's happening. Okay, because this accumulation could take it could take a long time. It could be short, it could take a long time. Okay, so these are interesting times, and I hope you're going to stay here with me on this journey of analyzing what the whales are doing, and hopefully profiting from it. Again, these videos are only for educational purposes only. Hey, interesting times. Take care of yourself and your crypto. Till the next video, give us a thumbs up and share this content with your friends and family. Till next time, bye bye.